light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys. Time to make a choice. Time to find our courage. Time to be deployed. Make our only stand here. Make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready. Kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the might. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In a time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war.
To a quick short stream. It's a very short stream, probably about 40 minutes, no more than that, because then I got to get to bed because I have a big day tomorrow. But I am coming to you live from Canada. I am here north of the border for my yearly trip up here to be part of CanCon, which is an awesome time. I was invited to this a few years back by Brandon Crilly, who's a speculative fiction author, and he had actually seen me on a panel at NorwestCon and apparently liked what I had to say and was like, I should invite you, and so he did, and it's really cool. So now I get to see a lot of my friends who are Canadian authors that I don't see otherwise. I actually, when I got here, said hello to Marie Bilodeau, who of course is in our Emberwind campaign, and has done other stuff with us before, has been on Speculate and so on. Is a really cool person. I like Marie a lot. And that was pretty much it, because I just saw her and checked in, and I figured I was just going to do like a quick little stream. I don't even have everything set up for ArvBox. I don't have like the extra monitor or like the actual Thunderbolt, dock thing that I usually use to be able to stream like complicated games and all that stuff. I didn't have any of that stuff set up because I didn't want to do any of that, because I would have to break it all down again, because I'm going to be using it hopefully for the actual stream, the D&D stream tomorrow. So that's going to be coming from here. So again, assuming that the hotel internet stands up. But yeah, so I thought I would just play something quickly and just chat a little bit before heading off to bed. Trip was fine. It was no problem. No real traffic to speak of. Weather was great. Getting up was no problem up here. Crossing the border took nothing. It was funny. The border guard on the way over was, he went through the standard stuff like, where are you from? Where are you going? What are you going there for? So, and then he's just like, are you bringing anything that you're planning to leave in Canada? I'm like, no. And he's like, do you have any weapons or firearms? Like, no. He's like, and then he goes on, he's like, anything like pepper spray or what else did he say? Like truncheons or something, like clubs or something. I'm like, no, I'm not. And he was like, any cannabis or cannabis related products? I'm like, nope. And he's like, all right, have a good trip. I was like, okay. But it was funny. I'm just kind of like, the pepper spray thing. They're like, okay, listen, we're not just talking about pistols. All right. We're talking about, all kinds of weapons. But anyway, the trip was fine. So I am here. Just a couple of quick notes about the stream. You folks know how to do it. I'm not going to go into my full spiel here because this is mostly just kind of a quick test stream and just sort of an impromptu thing. As I told everyone, there was no official stream scheduled for today because I was going to be traveling. But I thought I would just mention quickly, YouTube. Thanks, Kevin. ! ArvTube to check out past broadcasts of the stream. ! ArvCord for the Discord. ! Arv tweets for my Twitter. Well, thank you, Firesnake. Thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it. This is going to be a very low-key stream today, but thank you. Good to see you. ! Tweet. I actually did not even tweet out the stream because, as I said, I was pretty low-key on this one. And then the Patreon is ! And thank you for the resub, Shadowed. Thank you, dude. That tier 2 resub. Got that Arv what? Arv Quill, get hyped. Arvin E. Whoa. Thanks, dude. Thank you, Shadowed. I appreciate that. And Coven with the resub at tier 2. Thank you, Coven guy. Thanks, guys. I need to boost my mic, do I? I'm trying not to talk too loudly, is the thing. So is that better? I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit because it's, like super late. Is that any better? Test 1, 2. All right, how about that? Check 1, 2. Check. Sibilance. Check. Shotgun. Let me check a shotgun. Let me check it. That's all I want to do. Anything? Is that helping? Maybe. Check 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. How about, is that any better? 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a little bit too much. How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Good. Because I had that like maxed out a couple of places. Okay. Cool. Anyway. So yeah. That's I think all I. Oh yes, and then the sub button, which a bunch of you have already used, and that's pretty much it. So let me get rid of this, and let me get rid of this, and let me turn on. Thank you, Coven. And let me turn on. Where's my webcam here? There we go. Turn on that. There we go. Hi everyone. Good to see everybody. Hello. Okay, good. I figured that we would just, like hang out and chat a little bit, and I would test out the levels here of stuff, and then I would try playing something. This is actually a game that Mirinda put me onto, this game called A Dark Room. This was kind of a phenomenon a few years ago, and when he first told me about it, I think it was last year, I played it a little bit. What's up, Varney? Close up, yes. And when I played it a little while ago, hey, Mrs. Dunsel, I liked it, but it was different. It was kind of an unusual sort of game. So has anyone played A Dark Room? Have you ever heard of this game even? Anybody? Has anyone heard of said game, A Dark Room? Nope. It is, the name sounds vaguely familiar. It's it's basically a text-based game, but a role-playing game, but there's a lot more. It's browser-based. It's also free, and there's a lot more to it. You're in a dark room right now, so you're actually playing live and in person, the actual thing. So let me pop up some music. Let's see. Give me, because there's no music to it. Give me let's see. Give me some appropriate game. Sorry. Give me some appropriate game survival music. Like, not, how do I put this? Not horror. Something that's kind of like just like chill, like atmospheric nature type of stuff. If you know what I mean. Oh, a tiny bit of the right side of the chat is cut off. Oh, yes it is. Thank you. Yeah, I was, again, I'm not using my second monitor or anything for this because I just wanted to get on here and give it a shot. So, and also Chatty just updated. There we go. Thank you very much for the, oh, is that right? Yeah. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Right. Okay. Lovely. Okay. So yeah, so give me what do you got? Give me an idea. Survival. No, not Alien. See, that's what I mean. Not horror. Not horror. Just like, like the kind of music you would do for like Minecraft style music. The underwater music from Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, but that's not that long though, right? Is it? Survival Mars. There's a 10-hour version. Great. Might as well do that Sax Guy, the 10-hour version. Okay, let me see. Let's try. Oh man, what can I use? All right, we're going to go with this. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, does anyone know what this is? What is this thing? Jaunty Gumption. It's not bad. It's not Lord of the Rings, but that's not a terrible guess. This is a soundtrack for a game, actually. And I'll bet you folks have heard of this game, actually. In fact, I'm sure you have. Hint. It's a platformer. It's music for a platformer. And it's not this game, but it's a little bit like Child of Light. Bard's Tale 4 is not a bad idea, actually, Varney, but it's not Bard's Tale 4. It has Japanese elements, for sure. So yeah, the game itself is a little... It's not Journey. That's a good guess, though, Coven. It's a little like... It's based a little bit like... like I say, it's a little like Child of Light. Any guess? Any other guesses? It is the soundtrack to Ori and the Blind Forest. It's the soundtrack to Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah. Which I've never actually played. But, oh, and speaking of this, by the way, because we're closing up this straw poll for the next game, I forgot to mention that. If you haven't already done so, please get in on this vote. Right now, the Untitled Goose Game is beating out both Tron and Heroes of Might and Magic 3. But jump in and make your vote for the game that you'd like me to play next Tuesday, and I'm going to be getting it. I already have Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but I would be getting either Untitled Goose Game or Tron 2.0. So get in your vote now. Okay. Cool. Shadow got it before I said it? Oh, really? I thought I said it and then he reacted to what I said. Either way, that was impressive. Okay. Just be on lower latency. Yeah, I was going to say, because I thought I said it first, so. Okay. So let's go over and let's play a little bit of... this game. So, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to window capture. This is going to be the easiest window capture of all time. So the premise of this game is it is a survival game, but the thing that's interesting about it is that it starts out as a game that seems like what is this? Like, it seems almost like Cookie Clicker. It's like at first you're just kind of like, wait, what? And then the game just gets more and more like complex. I get it. Well, is complex the right word? It gets more involved somehow, I guess might be the way to describe it. And yeah, so okay. I think we can safely stretch this because you don't have to wear it. And by the way, I don't want to make anyone jealous of these graphics. Like, obviously, ArvBox is really able to prove, it really shows you what you can do with graphics. Like, so try not to, don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, I just want you to know about that. Okay, so here we go. It's the techno of games. Yes, it is. Alrighty, so you know what? Actually, I wonder if I can, because see, now I'm regretting my decision not to set up my external monitor because, okay, I hope that this will work because this way I can actually see what people are doing. Yeah, there we go. This makes much more sense. Yeah. There we go. That makes much more sense. This computer eats 1080s for breakfast. Alright, Firesnake. My graphics card in my integrated laptop here. Okay. Lovely. Alright. So, and then I need to... What happened to my Patreon status? Oh, I had it closed out. Alright, hang on a second. Let me just fix that, and then we'll be good to go. Perfect. Alright, here we go. So, here's the way that this game works. It's a survival game-ish, and there's an RPG sort of element to it. So as you start playing it, you just sort of play it, and then the game starts to take off, is basically the best way to describe it, and I'll just have to play it and sort of show. So, dark room. Fire's dead, room is freezing. Light fire. The light from the fire spills from the window out into the dark. The fire is burning. So this is the newest thing. The fire is burning. So now I'm in a firelight room. So I'm going to stoke the fire. The fire is roaring. So at first you're like, what is this? Like, oh, you just got Sorcery 1 to 4 on Android? Nice, Coven. So you're like, what are you doing, right? Like, you play this and you're just like, what is this? And then see, a ragged stranger stumbles through the door and collapses in the corner. The wood is running out. So now what we do is we go to a silent forest. We gather wood. And we have 14 wood. Yeah. So you gather wood. Meanwhile, you go back to the firelight room. You stoke the fire again. You go back to the silent forest. And see, like, like the cookie clickery part is the fact that the energy, but whatever, the cooldown basically is going down as you're doing this at the same time. But like, it's crazy. Like, you'll see. So, meanwhile, I go back here. The stranger shivers and mumbles quietly. Her words are unintelligible. Let me stoke the fire again. And it also shows you how much it takes to do that. Okay, give me that gather wood. Give me that gather wood. Okay, so we gathered wood. Now I'm going to gather some more wood. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to stoke the fire. Stranger in the corner stops shivering. Her breathing calms. Okay, stoke fire. And also, you'll notice that we now have 21 wood instead of 14. We go back in here. We're still gathering wood. The stranger is standing by the fire. She says she can help. Says she builds things. So she says she can make a cart for carrying wood and she can make traps to catch any creatures. So let's make the cart. Not enough wood. Okay, so we need more wood. But we can build a trap. Let's see, how much wood do we have? 26. Okay, so we've almost got enough for a cart. So go back out here. Okay. Then we gather wood. Okay, so now we're up to 40. Now we come back in here. She wanted her to build a cart. The rickety cart will carry more wood from the forest. And so we build that. And now we have to build a trap. More traps to catch more creatures. Now we're down to 2 wood. So now we go back here, and now we have traps. So now you can check traps. The traps have meat. And see, now we've got... Exactly, Coven, yeah. So now we've got 4 wood. We've got a meat. And it shows you what each of this is doing. So that builder means every 10 seconds you get an additional 2 wood. And because of the trap, we actually can get this stuff. And right now we have like no population in this place at all. So go back into the firelight room. Okay, still wood is only 8. Let's see. The fire, and every so often it'll show you that the fire is roaring or not. So you go back out here. Some of the traps have been torn apart. Large prints lead away into the forest. Let's track them. Not far from the village lies a large beast, its fur matted with blood. It puts up little resistance before the knife. All right, we go home. So see, we ended up getting 100 fur, 101 meat, 10 teeth, and 14 wood. So we got a lot. So we're doing well on that side of things. Now we can build a hut. Builder says there are more wanderers. They'll work too. So what that means is we now have more of a population. You can see our population now. Well, actually, we haven't gotten the population yet, but soon. So the hut is 100 wood, so we need to get more wood. Let me stoke fire. Go back in here. And again, you can like hover over every one of these to see the effect of people, like what these things do, if anything. Could build another trap, but I want to save it for the hut. Because having a hut will allow us, I believe, to have more people live there. So I think that's what we're saving this for. 75 wood. And gather wood. 125 wood. Okay, so now we go back in here and now we build a hut. Or we could build a lodge. Villagers could help hunt given the means. So this is interesting. So we could do a lodge. Now we have fur and meat. But it's 200 wood, which is a lot of wood. Now I'm wondering. I wonder if I save... Because it's 131 wood. And I forget what I'm getting now each time. I think I'm getting more than 7 though. Because this lodge would be pretty sweet. if we could actually get that. We have 133 wood, 135 wood. 137 wood. And gather wood. So now we have 187 wood. So we're going to save up for the lodge because it definitely makes sense. But we have to check back here and make sure that the fire is still okay. And whether we need to stoke it or not. So we have 191 wood. Actually, it looks like... Oh, I think you can barely see it. I can't quite... I'm like, just to be able to fit it onto this monitor, it's a little compressed, but you can see it. Okay. So, still gathering wood. Do I have 200? Oh, almost. 197. Come on, you can do it. 190. And you can start assigning people. You can assign people to do these things as you get more population. And 249. All right. Now we're going to build a lodge. We're not building a trading post, we're building a lodge. The hunting lodge stands in the forest a ways out of town. A trading post would make commerce easier. So see, a trading post would allow you to, like, basically sell stuff. Let's do another trap. Let's check the traps. Scraps of fur. So see. And then if you go back into the firelit room, the trading post is 400 wood. But you can begin to assign people. A wanderer arrives with an empty cart. Says if he leaves with wood, he'll be back with more. Builder's not sure he's to be trusted. See, I would give it to him, but I don't think we have enough wood. That's the problem here, is that we only have 51 wood. I'm going to have to turn him away, sorry. Sorry, bro. Wish I could help you out, but I can't. Alright, let's gather wood. Oh, another mysterious wanderer arrives. Okay, now we've got 105. Let's go back into the firelight room. Let's build a hut. Builder puts up a hut out in the forest, says word will get around. So now that we put up the hut, that means that more people should be able to come and stay, which is good. Still need that trading post, but hopefully when we get more villagers, that will speed that up. Lonely hut. The traps contain strange scales. And see, the idea that all of this stuff kind of works with each other and it's all like text-based makes this sort of, I don't know how to describe it. You just start kind of getting into it and being like, you know, like what would happen if this happened? What would happen if this other thing happened? I don't actually remember what lights off and hyper and these kinds of things do. Or what sharing does either, frankly. Fire is burning, yes. I'm going to stoke the fire, actually. Let's gather wood. How are we doing on the wood? 70 wood. See, we have population 0 for 4. So because we have that one hut, it means we can have up to 4 villagers. So when the villagers show up, then we'll be able to give them stuff. And they'll take food, and we'll have stuff like this meat. Oh. Oh, you're right. Let's see, how does that look? I think it looks better, actually. I like that. It's very grayscale, but... Okay. And then, let's see. So only have 76 wood. Need more wood. And every hut is more wood, by the way. So, like, it's 150 for the next hut, and so on. But I need a lot more wood if I'm going to get a trading post. I have enough fur for it. Well, close to enough fur. But I don't know. I may try to get another hut. A nomad shuffles into view, laden with makeshift bags bound with rough twine. Won't say from where he's come, but it's clear that he's not staying. I will buy bait. Goodbye. Traps are more effective with bait. Well, good. Gather wood. Actually, we could also build another trap, couldn't we? Let's build another trap. More traps to catch more creatures. And we get 121 wood. Ah, now here we go. So now, see, we now actually have villagers that we can do this. So we can increase hunters and trappers. So let's say we increase, if we increase this, so this increase wood, right? If we put a hunter in, then that cuts down on our gatherer numbers, but it also means that we will get more fur and more meat. And this will give us more meat and more bait if we make that person a trapper. So you end up like balancing resources, basically, to these things. I think I may have to build one more hut. I don't know, though. Oh, man. It's tempting to wait because... And see, now we have +5 per 10 seconds because we have a lot more wood coming in because we have more villagers. So if I built another hut, which I think I'm going to do, it's going to use my wood, but that building up another hut means my population is now 4 out of 8, and that means I will be able to increase the number of people that are out going to get wood, basically. So it's basically like, you know, we require additional pylons, basically. Let's stoke the fire. Of 8. Okay, let's gather some more wood. A weathered family takes up in one of the huts. Good, good. The increase of population. So now we've got 5 gatherers, which means we've now got +7 wood coming in every 10 seconds. So as we gather wood, we got a lot more wood coming in. And that'll speed it up so that we can actually get a trading post. Use some more bait, but I'll be able to do that once I have a trading post also. I'm doing fine, Genly. This is a very short stream. I'm only going to be on probably for another 15 minutes or so, actually. This is basically just to test some internet stuff and then just hang out and chat a little bit with everybody since I just got up here to Canada for this conference that I'm at. And yeah, so I'm playing this game called A Dark Room. And see, you have all these languages you can play in: German, English, Spanish, French, Indonesian, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, Russian, Chinese, I think Mandarin actually, and then other ones that I don't frankly recognize. So, okay, I need you to gather wood. And... increase trappers. Okay, yeah, +6 per 10. So I've got 1 hunter, 1 trapper, 4 gatherers. And again, I'm going to need more huts. As I get more huts, that's going to help. But I want to save right now for a trading post. Yeah. Yeah, it's a neat idea. This was designed, I think this was back in 2014 this game first came out, and there was an article about it that I read after the fact because I hadn't heard about it, but this is Mirinda who told me about this game, actually. And it was interesting. It's kind of an interesting little game. Oh, and see, now there's a new thing, and every time you think there's something out, like something new comes about. Builder says leather could be useful, says the villagers could make it. So a tannery. That's 500 wood, though. It's a lot of wood. I think I'm still going to save for the trading post. Let's gather more wood. 324. Another stranger arrives in the night. Wanderer arrives with an empty cart, says if he leaves with wood, he'll come back with more. All right, I'm going to give him 100 wood. I hope that that's true. I'm going to take a chance. So it says, should cure the meat or it'll spoil. Builder says she can fix something else. So to keep the meat from spoiling, then you build a smokehouse, which is 600 wood, which is, again, too much wood. I need to save this wood for my trading post. So what I'm hoping is I get this done, then I do the trading post, then I do another hut, then I do like maybe the tannery or the smokehouse. And see, right now it's a tiny village, but as you continue to grow, it becomes larger. And again, this all started with just, you're in a freezing room, and the game starts when you click stoke fire. And that's when everything starts. And it's one of those games that, again, you at first I thought, I really misunderstood it. I thought it was kind of like some kind of, cookie clicker type of thing. And then I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, this seems to be more than that. And if you hover over it, it shows you how much each thing is. Like, costs 30 to build another trap, 200 to build another hut, 400 and 100 to build a trading post, 550 to build a tannery, 650 to build a smokehouse. So next up is definitely going to be the trading post, because we want to build the stuff that brings in more resources to make it easier for us to get this other stuff. Population 7 out of 8. And that's my maximum because I've only got the 2 huts. But I have to wait because I have to get that trading post. And also, you can save this game, and it works somehow with like cookies in your browser or something, so when you go back to it, your progress has been saved. Which is kind of neat. 407, all right, here we go. Trading post. Build. Now we can buy this stuff, including like scales, teeth, and then there's this, a compass. Now I assume that makes it easier. Oh yeah, because at a certain point you end up leaving the village. That's why Cookie Clicker is called Cookie Clicker. Yes, indeed. But yeah, so you build once you build a compass, then you can actually travel out of the village and go places. Just kind of, again, it's unusual, like, because you think it's a game that you underestimate all the time, because you think it's like, all right, so I know what the game is, this is the game, and then it just keeps adding more stuff. So like now what I need to do is build another hut so that I can get more people, so that they can get resources more quickly, so I can build like a smokehouse, so I can cure the meat, so that I can sustain more people, so that I can build a tannery, etc., etc. So these are like the things that, and all survival games have this to a degree, but like the game comes out of nowhere. Like it's not, you just don't expect it to work this way. See, I'm maxed out on population, 8 out of 8, and eventually I'm going to want more hunters and trappers. But right now I want 6 gatherers because I want more wood being built, because I have +8 per 10 seconds and I need to get wood faster. So when you gather wood, it gives you a big boost of wood, like 40 or 50 wood. And then if you have people that you assign, these gatherers, to getting wood, they are also consistently getting wood. So every 10 seconds, while this is on cooldown, every 10 seconds you're getting an additional 8 wood per turn. So I don't know what the cooldown on this is, at maybe 60 seconds or something. So you figure that by the time you get to the end of that, you've had another 48 wood that's built up. But again, I need to get enough to build another hut. Start the fire. Gather wood, check traps. Those boar trees. Hey, listen, Crit. It's either them or me, This is the only way we survive. How are we doing, by the way, folks, on, first of all, the volume of the music, and how are we doing on the stream quality? I'm not getting any, I'm on a wired connection, so it should be fine. But is it, I don't see any dropped frames or anything. Oh, we can build a hut already. Let's build one. Streaming has been just fine. Excellent. What's up, Aaron? So now we're up to 12. Yeah, that's good. So hopefully we get a wired connection tomorrow for the D&D session. Oh, the music is a little loud? Okay. Whoops. There we go. No, I cut that down. A nomad shuffles into view, laden with makeshift bags bound with rough twine. What do I need for this compass? Yeah, no, goodbye. I can make my own bait now, nomad. Gather wood. Okay, so next up is we need a smokehouse. Because we need a smokehouse to preserve the meat that we're collecting, which we're going to need for the people that are going to be living with us. Problem, it's 600 wood, which is a hell of a lot of wood. But you can see now we have 11 out of 12, so we now have 9 people, which means that we're now getting 11 wood every 10 seconds. Oh, you're in a hotel room as well? Where are you, roughly speaking, in the world, Arinth, right now? Let's stoke that fire. I don't want to build a trap because I want to save this wood. I feel like I'm always saving wood. 600 wood, man. 600? There's a lot of wood, yo. I need 300 and... But you can see it goes up pretty quickly. I need 355 wood, though. Tenega Bands of America Super Regional. Oh, very nice, Aaron. Very cool. This is as part of the educational stuff, right? You're going in your official educational capacity. We're going to need another hut, too. Guess I could build another hut. The problem is another hut's going to be 250 wood, and that's going to set me back again. But if I get more people, then I will get more wood. See, this is the balancing act. More people means you'll get a lot more wood faster, but then it's more mouths to feed, so you have to balance those things. Oh, very nice. How did they do? How did the child do? Okay, so we're halfway there. Gather wood. And every time you gather wood, it's 50 wood. So it's 50 wood, and then I think it's like a 60-second cooldown. And right now, the 60-second cooldown means that you're actually getting 6 times 2. So you're getting 72 wood per minute, and then you gather wood, and that gives you another 60. So basically, 72 seconds and then 60. So you're getting 142 wood every 2 minutes right now. You are, however, biased. Yes, yes. I'm sure it was totally accurate, though. It was totally, completely the way you saw things. Okay, we're going to check traps. Some of the traps have been torn apart. Let's track them. Not far, the village lies a large beast, fur matted with blood, puts up little resistance for the knife. That gives us a lot more fur and meat. Yeah, so we're definitely going to need that smokehouse. We need this smokehouse pronto. The tannery will be good too, and we'll do the tannery after that. But first, the goal is first smokehouse, then back to the hut. Job of the hut, so to speak. All right, 439 wood, 441. I don't know how anyone else is. I'm not getting any drop frames on my end. Can everyone else still see me okay? 513, we're so close. But that population's maxed. I got to get another hut. Yeah, I don't know if I have, I'm not sure if I have the transcoder, Arinth, but if I do, you could drop the quality. You could drop the quality of the stream for you, because I'm at 720 60p, and you could drop that on your end if I have the transcoder. I don't know if I do. Good here too. Okay, cool. Okay, so then firelit room. All right, 561. So see, we're close. My next gather wood thing, I'll be able to get it and then build the smokehouse. Let's check traps. You're getting it intermittently, yeah, Arzap? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, because I'm streaming well below what it claims is, and you know, the bandwidth number that I have. Okay, smokehouse. There we go. Builder finishes the smokehouse. She looks hungry. All right, so now we've got that all set to go. So now we need, now this is cured meat. So with the cured meat, we can do that and we need a charcutier. So we're going to take one gatherer, we're going to drop a charcutier, which basically means we lose meat -5 per 10 seconds and wood -5 per 10 seconds because you're burning wood and you're using meat. But we have a trapper that gives you -1 per 10 seconds meat, but +1 bait. But the baited trap gives you more stuff. And because you're getting the cured meat, it means that you're not going to run out of food as quickly. Hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah, no, believe me. I know the feeling. Okay, so we're going to build another hut. And then we're going to build a tannery next. Actually, no, I'm going to build another trap first. Oh, and I can build a compass now. I have enough stuff, though. Do I? Not enough fur. Yeah, I didn't think so. The fire is burning here. Let's build it up. 400 fur, 20 scales, 10 teeth. So I have enough scales. Oh, actually, I don't have enough scales. Okay. So I'm going to need to get more stuff. Gather wood, check traps. Okay, so... And I don't want to increase the charcutier any more than it's already at. I do need to get a hut built, though, so I can get more villagers in here. It's the only way we're going to grow. Okay. So there's always these interesting kind of like balancing act questions, which I think are neat. Also, I'm kind of a sucker for expansions like this where you can expand and then you build something and then it helps you build other things and you don't have to keep going back to the first thing. Like you're like, okay, I got that built. That's good. That means that I get extra stuff for this or whatever. And gather wood. Okay, I need a hut. So I need 250 wood, which I should get pretty quickly. All right, 233 plus 6 per 10 seconds. And see, that's because I'm getting the gatherers plus 9 per 10 seconds and the builders plus 2. So it's 11 per 10 seconds. But then the charcutier subtracts 5 from that per 10 seconds. So the total is 6 extra wood per 10 seconds. A beggar arrives. Ask for any spare furs to keep him warm at night. I'm going to be really nice to this dude. I'm going to give him 100. Leaves a pile of small teeth behind. That was super nice of me. Probably too much fur, but you know, that's how I roll. Okay, now I should, as long as he wasn't asking for wood. Okay, good, I have enough for a hut. So, I built a third hut. So now my population is up to a maximum of 16, and I already get a couple of new people in there. And that gives me more, yeah, I know math at this hour. And that gives me more gatherers here, and another charcutier. So now I can do more of that stuff. So I can probably increase this. So let me increase the hunters. I'm going to take one gatherer away and I'm going to put that towards hunters. Keep my charcutier or whatever. So now I'm up to 7 wood per 10 seconds again. So we're getting there. Stoke fire. Okay, so the next thing would be a tannery, I think. And tannery's expensive. 500 for 50. I'm going to build another trap also. Okay. Yes, and this game is completely free. It's browser based. And it's an interesting it's kind of an interesting premise because it just begins with, like, literally it begins with just you're in a room and it just says the room is freezing and your only command that you can give is to stoke the fire. And for a few commands, that's all you can do is stoke the fire. You stoke the fire a couple times. And then a stranger comes in and, like, falls on the ground and you keep the fire burning and she warms up and then it turns out she's a builder and she can build stuff, and everything takes off. And it starts with just these things, a firelight room, a tiny village, and then it starts to build. And once you get enough to be able to build a compass, then the whole game opens up even further, and you can actually travel around and do stuff. So it's a really interesting premise to a game. There's an app too. I don't remember what the app is like. I think you can just play it on your phone, probably would be my guess. It's a lot of fur. A lot of fur. I am nowhere close to that amount of fur. Gather wood. Check traps. I'm definitely going to need 289. This is 500, right? Yeah, so I need 500 wood. Let me get another stranger who arrives in the night. And see, I think my population's maxed out again. Close, 15 out of 16. So again, I'll need another hut to have more villagers, but... Thought I heard something. Okay, 341. I need 100. I need 500 wood and 50 fur. So I'm going to be using up that fur, but at least I have some. Okay, I'm almost ready to be able to gather wood again. Gather wood, it's 406. I just need 90 or 83 wood. Population's not quite up to max yet, but it will be soon. Some of the traps have been torn apart. Let's track them. Puts a little resistance before the knife. Okay, so we killed that beast, which is good because now we have 189 fur. Actually, 190 fur, and that will help a lot. Because we are going to need that fur for a compass. 400 fur still. We're cool on the... Oh, we don't even have enough scales yet still. We've only got 4 scales. But we can buy scales, though, for 150 fur. So, let's stoke the fire. Check traps. Now we're maxed out. See, 16 out of 16 population. So when we build the smokehouse, or the tannery, rather, which will let us build other stuff, by the way, then we'll build another hut. Okay, gather wood. There we go. Let's build that. Let's build a tannery. We've built a tannery. Tannery goes up quick on the edge of the village. So now we can make leather. And leather allows us to... I think eventually leather allows us to build weapons, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay, next thing is we need to get another hut because we need more people. So see, this is kind of the balancing act that you're playing. And with this, you've got 4 people, right? And you got a tanner also. Oh, right. I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to make some leather. And so I'm going to take one of those tanners. So you start balancing this out, and if you really need a lot of meat or whatever, you can up the number of hunters and take it from your gatherers. Or if you need more cured meat, you can up the number of charcutiers. Yeah, sometimes animal attacks happen, that's true. And you can build weapons to compensate for that, Coven. But I don't remember what it is that you need for weapons yet. I don't recall. Let's gather that wood. 23. I'm going to need 300 wood for this new hut. So you can lose, I think you folks can see, you can lose a lot of time playing a game like this, because it's just like, you got a lot of meat when your villagers died. Oddly and troublingly. I think we can all agree. I don't want to use wood, do I? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need... I'm going to need more wood. More wood! Wood for the wood god! And I'm still way away from being able to get a compass. 400 wood fur near my village to honor estate. You don't know that that's what happened. You can't be sure. Maybe it was just coincidence. Soylent Brown meat. Let's track them. And we get that beast, which is going to give us more fur. 208 fur. That's what I'm talking about. $236. I don't know. I wonder if it's when you get over 20. Soylent meat is Soylent people. How you doing, by the way, Mr. Rat? I wonder when, if you get like over a certain number, is that when the tiny village thing goes away? And it becomes whatever, just a village. A medium-sized village or something. I'm gonna build a trap. Oh, I built a few. Okay. Interesting. Let me gather wood. That will let me build a hut. There we go. Going to build another trap. Oh, wait, I need more wood to do that. Now I should have enough. Build another trap. Stoke the fire. Okay, so now I have 18 out of 20. See, now it's a modest village. See, I had a tiny village. Now it's a modest village. So far, since I still need mostly wood, I'm leaving it for gathering, but as time goes on, I may need other things. I've got 20 leather. I can't build anything with it yet, but I will be able to down the line. Okay, 350 wood for the next hut. And if you lose like one of your huts, or if you lose something, then the amount drops down to the next level in terms of cost. So it costs like, 100, let's say it's 100 wood, 150, 200, 250. If you lose one of your huts, then it drops back down to 200, which is reasonable, but it's a nice little quality of living, improvement, basically. 111. For this one, I need 350 wood. So I have plus 10 per 10 seconds again. 57 cured meat, that's good. 1 cart, 5 hut, 2 lodge, 1 smokehouse, 1 tannery, 1 trading post. Need that 350. All right, once I get that that last hut built, I think I will save it because we're past the time that I was planning on. As I said, this wasn't going to be a long stream. I mostly wanted to see how this was going to look. There we go. I got that taken care of in terms of the internet stuff. So 240 fur. When you get the compass, like, again, it all shifts again. It changes again, which is, again, it's a game which sort of kind of interests you as you continue to play it. All right, 350 wood. 234 now. Population 19 out of 20. Here's all this. Probably let me try to do a little more with the fur. Can you find something out about this? Like, you mean, do you have like questions? You could certainly ask questions. I'm happy to answer them if I know. Or if you want to ask somebody else. This game is, as I say, free. It's on, if you just do a search for A Dark Room on Google, you'll find it. And just go straight to the browser. I think you have to have cookies enabled so that it can save your progress, but otherwise, it's free. There's an app, and I haven't played it, but I think the app is the same kind of deal. Okay, 336. I think I need 350, yeah. B46. Oh, yeah. Most of the info I would find on the actual website itself for this thing. Hut. Okay. So now we have population 20 out of 24. I'm like halfway there to that fur. Except the scales. I still don't have a lot with scales. I can buy them, but I buy them for fur. So, and then teeth I've got plenty of. Build another trap. Let's stoke the fire. 20 out of 24. So the more people we get, the more sort of speedy this all works. So I think like if Cookie Clicker was not inane and just sort of like the same thing over and over again, that's what this would be like. And check traps. Okay, so you get the idea. Export or import save data for backing up or migrating computers. Export. Oh yeah, and then you... So it's basically a text file. Copy. And you put that into Notepad. Like exactly as is. And you say save as dark room. So you save it that way, and then when you want to import it into another browser that doesn't have your cookies, for example, you go import, and then you just cut and paste that thing that was there, and it will keep all of it. I don't remember what share does. Oh yeah, you can bring your friends, Facebook, Twitter, Google, Reddit. So that's clever. Gather wood. Okay, so you get the idea. All right, that is good for now. So that was all, folks. Just a simple little sort of mini cast tonight. Just wanted to kind of see how the internet worked and all that stuff, and say hi to you all and show you that I arrived at Canada. So I'm in my hotel room and it's all good. But now I got to get ready for bed, and because I got a busy day tomorrow. I've got schedules going on. In fact, let me see. I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you, it's like, it's fun. It's a fun game, but it's definitely one of those games. This would definitely fit into the it can be addictive if you're not careful. Okay, so my schedule. So at 1 o'clock tomorrow, I have got a panel I'm moderating on Dungeons and Dramas, telling a story in tabletop gaming. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, there is a panel that I'm not moderating on podcasting, 201. And then at 6 p.m., basically for 3 hours, I have got my D&D one-shot, which is going to be, I think, Forbidden Library. And then Sunday, I have a work-in-progress reading, which will end around 3, after which I will rise up on out of here and head back. So that is what we've got going on. So, yeah. So that's what we've got. If you were in the Ottawa area, please stop by and say hi. I know Amal is here, and I know that Brahms is going to be stopping by at some point tomorrow, I think. But yeah, definitely stop by and say hello. And otherwise, thanks everybody. This was just to kind of get a sense of how this game was working. In fact, I think did I have nightlight on all that time? Yeah, I did. I had a little nightlight thing where it takes out the blue light, but that's fine. You guys wouldn't notice that. Anyway, so yes, that's what's going on with that. D&D one-shot tomorrow, assuming the hotel internet holds up, by which I mean Saturday. And then I think Monday we've got Emberwind, I think, is coming up either. It's either, I think it's Monday. I think we do actually have Emberwind on Monday. And then Tuesday, I'll be back playing the Patreon-fueled Chosen Game of the Month, which is I'm now going to officially bring to a close. And so that means that the game for this month, which I will be playing Tuesday at 12, is... at 12 noon Eastern is the Untitled Goose Game. All right, so I'm going to get in on this action. So what happened to it was that they scheduling conflicts, Coven, they couldn't handle with the scheduling stuff. So they are just going to be doing one this time. So they're just doing the one session, which is going to be, I think, as I say, the 21st. So we've got Emberwind on Monday. Then Tuesday, 12 p.m., 12 noon, I'm going to be playing Untitled Goose Game. Then 4 p.m. Eastern over at GOG. It'll be episode 198, I believe, of Pen and Pixels, and I'll be playing some Pathfinder Kingmaker. And then on Friday, next Friday, we will have Esper Genesis, which should be between 8:30 or 9 p.m., somewhere around there for start time. And then Saturday, we've got the next D&D Curse of Strahd session, which is going to be awesome. And then the last stream of the month is going to be Tuesday, the following Tuesday, which will be that'll be Adventures of Middle Earth finally, 10:30 in the morning, and then 4 p.m. will again be Pathfinder Kingmaker for episode 199 of Pen and Pixels, and then Friday, November 1st, will be Masters of the Dungeon. That'll be happening, I think, at 6 p.m., and then some more Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of the Moonsea. So that's what we got going on over the next couple of weeks. But thanks, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I got more inside info about Murray's. Yes, and I actually did get an updated core manual from the Alligator Alley people and an errata, like a most recent errata sheet correcting some mistakes. So, yeah, so we all have more information among the GM and players alike about stuff. So, anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you, everyone. No raid tonight, as I say, because it was just a simple little, quiet little impromptu stream. But otherwise, I'll see you folks hopefully here for Saturday evening D&D one-shot, and then definitely back on Tuesday. But until I see you next time, everyone be good to each other. Support all the things. I already talked about that already. Support all the things and, Oh Canada and all that. And I'll see you lovely people soon. Everyone be good to each other.